Most sales professionals think the only options are A, climb the corporate ladder, or B, continue to switch companies and hope not to burn out. But smart salespeople, they make a different move at around 35 years old. And it's not what you think. They disappear. Not because they failed, but because they figured it out. At 35 years old, something shifts. You start to think about your time, your energy, your legacy, and you start to sense your mortality, not in a grim way, but in a sobering, clarifying way. You realize I only get one shot at this. And the truth is, we're all gonna die. And that is the one thing that no one wants to admit because deep down, every single one of us is trying to matter, to be remembered, to feel heroic. And most people, they try to feel heroic by following the script, the career, the titles, the status, society script. But the only really shot we have at being heroes in our own life is to become an entrepreneur. You know, most men are what I call automatic cultural men. It's an NPC life. People who follow the rules, they chase promotions, they follow pop culture in the news, and guess what? They die without ever stepping off the track. They think they're being safe, but really, they're just avoiding life. I remember when I realized my 9 to 5 job was not security. It was a slow death. I was climbing the corporate ladder I didn't even want to be on. And for what? A title? A pat on the back? And it hit me. I was following someone else's script. And I didn't even like the ending. And so, what is the way out? Entrepreneurship isn't just about making money. It's about choosing your path, choosing what matters to you on your terms. And when you step into entrepreneurship, you're forced to face your fears, your procrastination, your busy work, all your excuses. This is spiritual work. And for me, that path meant risking failure, risking judgment, risking public rejection. But also, what it meant was growth, it meant courage, it meant gaining self respect. And for the first time, it meant peace because I wasn't chasing anymore. I was creating. And most people, they're not afraid of failure, they're afraid of success. What would it mean if I actually became who I was meant to be? What if people actually see me? What if I can't handle it? Abraham Maslow, the American psychologist, he's best known for his theory on human motivation, known as the Maslow hierarchy of needs. He called this phenomenon the Jonas syndrome, and it is the fear of our own greatness, the fear of our highest calling. But here's the truth. If you don't step into it, you suffer even more. So why not suffer on purpose? If you're going to suffer in the purpose of building, why not create something you own? Something that gives you freedom. And it relieves your suffering by being service to others. So what do? We build, we create, and we offer something to the world. A business, a mission, a way to serve. Something that outlives you. Something that carries your fingerprint. That is the whole game. And you don't need to build some big empire. But you do need to build something that matters to you. We're gonna die. Everybody. Might as well live fully. You might as well be the fucking hero, at least to yourself. You really are the only one who's watching and the only one that matters anyways. If this hit something deep, you're not alone. Entrepreneurship saved my life, and it gave me a mission, not just a job. And if you're ready to step onto this path, watch the case study that's linked in the description, and I will walk with you.